Today on the channel, we're taking a closer look at an environmental problem that experts are warning is fast reaching crisis proportions. With a lax recycling culture in South Africa and landfills that are near capacity, we've also got criminal elements which often hamper rehabilitation efforts. We take a look at what is being done to improve waste management efforts, and we've taken to the streets of South Africa. We take you to Gqeberha now, where health concerns are growing over the garbage and sewage piling up on the streets. Siphoethu Booi is there for us this morning. A very good morning to you, Sethu. From what we see in the background, it looks pretty clean this morning. Is it an accurate representation of what usually happens there?
Good morning, Dudu, and you are quite correct that this morning, Korsten in particular looks a bit clean today, but it's also because it's still early in the morning. Business has not really started in this particular area, and I must make mention of the fact that Dudu, right behind me is Mercantile Hospital. Now, this particular area in Korsten is the busiest because it is a business hub of the many residents of Nelson Mandela Bay, where they come and do their shopping, but it's not one of the places where the majority of the residents of Nelson Mandela Bay would choose or opt to come and do their shopping at this particular place, simply because traffic is always a buzz, and this particular area is also not one of the safest areas. Also, I'm just going to move out of shot and my colleague will show you just the surrounding areas. That in that particular corner there, you can see that there has been rubbish and waste that has been put into plastic bags, and surely it will come and get collected before the end of today. But by the time 12 o'clock strikes, Dudu, I can assure you that this particular area will not look as peaceful as it does right now. And there has been numerous reports from business owners and traders of this particular area who have written to the municipality complaining about how unhygienic this particular area is. And in most cases, Dudu, you find that there is a hospital, like I mentioned, Mercantile Hospital, and in that particular hospital, in most cases, the windows from this direction of the hospital are not always open due to the fact that the unhygienic smell that actually comes across in this area is not safe. And when you check, Dudu, on my far left in this particular hub as well, taxis are always moving left and right, and there are street vendors who do sell their own vegetables. At times you'll find that you find these vegetables here also lying on the ground, and far left there, down there from the street, Dudu, there is also food outlets right across the street. So you can imagine the mess that actually happens in this particular area, with the sewer on the ground as well as lost vegetables, old vegetables that are in the streets roaming around. So I can assure you, Dudu, that this is not the normal Korsten that the residents of Nelson Mandela Bay actually know of. Today it is a bit clean than the normal days, and there are also down the streets, there are also student accommodation raisers there. And as we were setting up and we were standing here, one of the customers that usually comes and purchases goods here mentioned the fact that this particular area is not a typical area where you would actually carry your handbag underneath your arm, Dudu. It's literally a situation where you have to carry it in front of you, or else you could get robbed while there is a business hub of people walking in and around, and you could actually never find whatever it is that you just got robbed at. So this particular area is not only an area where you find that it's constantly moving with people, and also the situation of sewer just being spilled all around the ground or here on the ground, but also it's also an unsafe situation for residents to come and shop at this particular hub due to also the issue of vandalism and robbery cases here in Gqeberha.
A very busy street indeed, and traffic will pick up a little bit later on. But as we are in conversation, we noted two spots at least where you've got plastics that are filled with waste. What does that speak to? Is there no refuse collection there? What are the people telling you in terms of service delivery? You also speak of sewage on the ground. What does it speak to?
The business owners, Dudu, of this particular hub, like I mentioned, this is the one place where the majority of people come and shop here, because the prices are not that major as far as shopping in other areas here in Gqeberha. Korsten is the one place where if you're looking for something that's quite cheaper or within your budget, it's the place you would want to come and shop at. And the business owners here did mention the fact that in some cases they themselves have to hire people and pay them money on their own as a forum where they will all have a certain amount of money each business will give to the donation, where they will be asking these particular people who will be cleaning the area for them. But for years, the municipality have been told to come and do something as far as this particular area is concerned, as well as this waste management is concerned, and making sure that this particular place is cleaned at all times. But the municipality does its effort, and we will make sure that we also get comment from the public health MMC Tona Nobuyeye a bit later on today, just to find out what his plans are as far as this particular area is concerned, due to the numerous also reports that come from the business owners who say they have taken the management of waste into their own hands to make sure at least their businesses that do have licenses to operate here, they take care of the situation of this particular area. And they also made mention of the fact that there are illegal traders, business traders who are here, and they're the ones that continuously make the area not a hygienic area for businesses and people to shop at.
Have you spotted any bins since you've been there?
Dudu, I'm going to ask my colleague if he can to just show you this particular corner I started with here right next to Mercantile Hospital. And if you notice correctly, Dudu, normally every corner in each and every street of a suburb area that is as busy as this one in particular, like I did mention, it is a business hub. You would expect to see at least rubbish bins like you mentioned, but I haven't spotted any as far as where we are standing currently. And you find that right around the corner also, on my far left, my colleague will just take us to that shot also. You will notice that there aren't any refuse bins as far as the corners are concerned, but it's just plastic bags full of waste management, but no rubbish bins. So I also do believe that it's also one of the many issues that also, I could say, elevates or also just tends to push the issue of refuse being dumped on the ground, because there aren't any rubbish bins. So that could mean that the residents then will have to, or rather the street vendors, including the business owners, to buy their own refuse bags just to make sure that in front of their own stores they have a place where they can dispose all their waste management.
Siphoethu Booi out in Korsten in Gqeberha for us. Thank you very much for that update. We'll touch base with you in the next hour.